Hi, everybody. I'm Cachita. That's my daughter, Carol is. And we've been contemplating, like, for 2 years to do the show about talking about discussions on, we talk about everything.
Yeah, pretty much anything. It's going to be called MandD Talk. So it's going to be mother-daughter advice. Or whatever topics you guys want to talk about. You can message us, comment. We're going to be starting a YouTube page as well. So you guys can like and subscribe that. Share as well.
So we're going to start off today talking. We always talk, comedy talk. We're just going to talk. And you can subscribe to our channel. And also leave us comments. And you can also tell us what you want us to talk about. If there's something that you guys want us to go and talk about.
Discuss anything.
Yes. So today we're going to talk about bullying.
Yeah, we're going to talk about bullying.
Yes. As you know, she does have a bullying video out.
It's called You're Different, entitled. This was actually us. We were brainstorming, and I was watching the news once, and I really got worked up over something that I seen about a kid being bullied, and he was only 8 years old, and he took his life. And, you know, just talking about it, we were like, well, my mom, she's like, oh, I think you should write a song about it, because I'm very passionate when it comes to things like that. And took her advice, and I'm like, oh, you know what, you're right. So, you know, found a beat, wrote to it, and thankfully the song is doing very well. It's called You're Different. It's on YouTube right now.
You can go check that out. But in the meanwhile, about bullying.
I think it needs to stop.
I think bullying has been around for so long that at one time it was like a part of kids growing up. But the fact is that now it's not just words. It's gotten to a point that kids are taking their lives. And my question would be, do we hold parents accountable for what young kids do? School kids? Because there is parents that you go to them and you tell them, listen, your son or your daughter is a bully. And, oh, yeah, she's going to be punished or whatever. But that doesn't fix anything.
I agree with that to an extent, but I feel like also the kids need a stronger backbone. Like, when I was in school, I used to get made fun of. And I had friends that got made fun of, but we were strong about it. I mean, obviously, granted, we would go home and, like, cry about it or whatever, or vent to you guys. Because I remember I used to vent to you all the time, and you would give me advice. But I didn't show it in front of anybody because I felt like I had to be strong. I feel like kids nowadays, they're just so sensitive to everything.
But sensitivity is what is being shown out in social media. You got to be really careful what comes out of your mouth or what you type. If you say something wrong, people get offended real quick. I wasn't grown up like that. I was not. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
When we fought in school, whatever we did, we were kids, but we didn't take it to the extent of anybody taking their lives. Like, this is something serious. This is something with children, babies, 8-year-olds. Are taking their lives. Like, you have a whole life. You haven't even begun to live. And you go blue in your face and you tell people. And yes, they do little newscasts, all this and that. And somebody takes their life, they do a movement. Everybody comes out, stop the violence, blah, blah, blah. But nothing is being done. Nothing. And if you talk about it, you talk too much. Or if, these are things that need to be addressed.
Yeah. And this goes back to the conversation that we were having a few days ago. I just feel like in school, I remember we used to have a moment of silence. And we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And I feel like ever since they took God out of schools, kids just don't believe in anything. There's no love. And,
that's a very touchy subject for me. Because as a God person myself. You know how I am. I am very godly, and I'm not saying I go to church 24 hours a day, but I believe in God, and I believe that they shouldn't have taken God out of schools or out of the anthem because of somebody else's religion. Because I'm pretty sure if I go to Iraq or to the Middle East or wherever I go, and they're not gonna take their beliefs because I'm in their classrooms. So why did they do it to us? Why do Americans always do this to us? You know?
I don't know. I think it goes back to like them wanting to satisfy people.
But satisfy
certain
what? They
things.
have taken the one thing that gave value to school, which was God.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a touchy subject because there's people that do believe and people that don't believe.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I mean, to each his own. But my thing is, when you took out God out of schools, I remember going to school. I never seen no shootings. I wasn't scared to go to school. I wasn't scared to sit down and study or go to gym or an activity.
Yeah.
Where kids are being killed in their schools while they're learning. Now who's gonna... People are gonna be scared. Yes.
So he says social media has made it so much worse. School kids missing you. Yep. It's true. Social media has made it worse.
This is why I say this. You're right, Sherry. This is why I say that social media, it's good. It's good because, like me, I found many family members through social media. But then again, there's you say something on social media. Social media they're so evil. They're so quick to judge.
Yeah, because they're sitting behind a keyboard. It's so much easier. Because if I'm standing in front of somebody, there's some things that I wouldn't say, but maybe behind, like, typing on my phone, I'm not in front of them. And that's the mind state that I believe that they have.
But that's it. See, this is where I go wrong. That it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong for you to bully anybody behind the desk. It's wrong for you to bully anybody, period. Because there's not only social media bullying, there's not only school bullying, there's adult bullying.
Yeah,
even there's relationship bullying.
Yeah.
Where a man tries to tell a woman what she has to do, when and how. That won't happen to me. But, it does happen. It does happen, and it has to stop. It really does.
People just need to be more empathetic and courteous and just what's that word I'm looking for? They just need to, I can't even think of the freaking word I'm trying to say.
Maybe more.
They need to be. Well, I don't want to use sensitive because people are already too sensitive, but they need to be more aware of what they say and do.
Yeah, but see that's another thing. Like we live in America, and I grew up saying I live in America. I could say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, freedom of speech.
Yeah. There is freedom of speech, and to what extent is freedom of speech now?
Well, now you can't say anything.
Exactly. My point. So what is
pretty soon? I feel like comedians won't even have jobs because if they say something funny, people get offended. Everybody gets offended for dumb things.
And that goes back to this going on with this movement. This no woman should ever be abused in any state of mind. Never.
Yeah.
But there is men that don't have a relationship and are looking for a girlfriend. I say, hey, you're pretty. You're going to jail? Really? Like, men are scared. Good men are scared. I mean, obviously, there's bad in everything and in everyone. Yeah. You can't pick and choose near a woman nor a man because us women can do some pretty nasty stuff ourselves. But, and the thing is, that you take it to a level where you can't say anything because you go to jail for it or you're being sued.
I think it's just the society we live in today. It's sad. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
I understand, but where does it stop? Where does it say, enough is enough? I mean, I'm not talking about all those women that been abused or invaded in any way. That is not what I'm saying. And any man that forces a woman in any state, no matter what, stop means no, and that's it.
Yeah.
But to say pretty to a girl, I don't think that's abuse. I really don't.
I agree. I just feel like the male compliments the female, the male compliments the male, and we somehow need to find common ground halfway, because if not, then we're just bound to fail as humans.
What are we bringing up? What is it what morals are being
That is
taught?
what it is. That right there. I'm a 90s kid. I'm not even a millennial. Well, I grew up in the millennials, and you brought me up so different. I feel like a damn Martian. People nowadays have no respect, no morals, nothing. Everybody's savage. And it's frustrating to
that
grow
word
up.
just irritates me.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. That's what it is. Everybody wants to be heartless and savage and be on their own thing and not have feelings, and that goes back to like the bullying and just all of it. It's because people are so afraid to love.
But why? Love is the most wonderful feeling a human being can feel.
Maybe nowadays it's like a taboo. It's like, oh my God, you mentioned love, and it's like get out of here. You crazy? It
comes back to this new it's 2020 where you ask a woman to go to dinner and he expects you to pay. That really bothers me. It has nothing to do with a woman being a gold digger. It has everything to do with being a man. A man is supposed to
have chivalry.
Right. Exactly. Toward a woman, like, I mean, a first date, really? Where you going? To freaking Burger King? And I have to pay for your meal? Really?
Yeah, well, I guess the men nowadays feel like it's 2018, so, you gotta switch roles, I guess.
No, but this is... I can't with this.
I'm all for tradition. I agree with you on that. Like, I think things should stay, some things should stay traditional, but... Some people want to be modern, and they're basically making up their own rules.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm modern in the way that me and my husband, we share everything. We go 50-50 on everything.
Yeah, but you guys been together like 30 years.
Okay, I understand that. But this is what I want to get across. The reason why we've been together 30 years is because we go half and half. We go, when he don't have, I have. And when he doesn't have, I have. This is what the basis of a relationship should be. You understand? It shouldn't float one way. It just shouldn't. Because it ruins everything. I think people should understand that everything should be about 50-50.
Yeah. But people, especially in my age group of people, dating is hell, by the way. In my age group of people, they want that within like the first year. Like, they don't build up to that. Like, they move so fast. They want everything that our parents had or our grandparents or whatever, but they don't work for that. They just like expect it.
But how do you expect something that you don't build? It's like you can't build a house and live on the third floor if the freaking second floor is not even done.
Exactly.
This is unbelievable what we go through nowadays. I also want to talk about we talk about everything. We jump from conversation to conversation. This change that's going on with how do you say that? I want to use the right word. Where you just me. You take it just went blank. It totally
that
went
blank. Too. Oh my God.
Anyways, I totally went blank. I'm sorry. Well, we were talking about all this subjects. I hope that we didn't offend anybody. We have these conversations daily.
All the time.
We sit down and we talk about
For hours.
everything. And I just want everybody to know that you can do this. Like, we have a beautiful relationship because we talk, because we communicate, because we express our feelings. That's what I wanted to say. Feelings. You need to express your feelings.
Yeah.
It's like people are so scared to say I love you, but in social media everybody loves you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't use that word if I don't mean it. If I ever said to you I love you, it's because I feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't use that word in vain. And now, this is the moment that I was talking about. People use that word, they throw it around like it was paper. You know?
Like it's lost value nowadays.
That's probably the word that I needed to use.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Like, people just don't understand the true value and meaning of that word.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And it's sad, the values that have lost. I know we're in a new state of mind, and we're in 2018, or well, almost 2019. But the fact is that a feeling of any emotion that you feel, especially love, respect, above all respect, this is something that has been lost. Respect to anybody's feelings, respect to anybody's emotions, respect to anything. And those are things that are lost. They're just gone. Like, how are we supposed to raise these children that are coming up now? Remember, the world belongs to them. We lived. Or say, I don't want to die tomorrow, but, you know, the fact is that these children that are coming up now, this is what we are giving them. We are giving them a racist world full of bullying, lust,
sensitive,
no morals, no respect. What are we doing? What is it that we're doing?
We're missing something. So, somewhere along the lines, everything was lost. But I can't put my finger on it, but just like observing, because I'm very laid back and I just observe. Just observing things is we lack a lot, especially common sense. People lack common sense nowadays, which is sad.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Really. I mean, to say that we don't love enough to care. Yeah. Because that's another word, caring. To care for somebody else's feelings, and you're out to get on your own all the time. It's not right. It's really not.
That's why I said that about being a savage. Everybody's just on their own little high horse or whatever it is.
Out to get their own.
Yeah. But then selfishness.
But then what? What comes after that?
I don't know. I don't know why people are so selfish, but I do feel that if you're here and you don't know your purpose and you know you're trying to figure yourself out, I feel like if you're not living at least to make someone else's day better or just to be a better human in general, then you are just failing as a person.
As a person. That is I couldn't have said that better. Absolutely. I think that was the right point. And then on that, huh? Well, you guys, these are conversations that we have on a daily basis, like I had said before. We are gonna I'm gonna put all the information here on Facebook.
This wasn't even practiced either. This is literally live.
This is
literally just record.
This is a project that we had 2 years ago that finally, we sat down and was like, okay, let's do it, whatever. We don't want to offend anybody, absolutely anybody. This is just us talking our point of views, and we respect everybody's point of views also, and
Definitely. So
human.
we want you guys to cooperate and, be a part of what we're doing. So we would love it if you guys commented and let us know what you guys want to discuss and talk about. And, we're going to be making a YouTube page, as I said earlier. It's going to be called MandD Talk. It's going to be on YouTube. Actually, we did make it, but we need to upload videos and all that. I think, what's today? Friday? I think we'll be doing a live every Friday.
Yeah.
Around this time. So you guys can look forward to that. Feel free to share if you guys like it.
Yep. And like I said, tell us what you guys want us to talk about. If there's something out there that you want advice from a mother stand of mine and a daughter, that would be excellent. That all comments and everything is allowed. No swearing.
And we want to thank those that have watched today.
Yes.
And have commented. Thank you.
Yes.
And we hope to see you next time.
Yes. Absolutely.
Thanks for watching.
I love you, Ibe.